Senator Elizabeth Warren took to Twitter earlier this month saying, "On my first day as president, I will sign an executive order that puts a total moratorium on all new fossil fuel leases for drilling offshore and on public lands, and I will ban fracking everywhere." Really? Ban fracking everywhere? Is that something that's seriously on the table?
Well, it's seriously on her table. As we know, Senator Warren has a plan for everything, and she has a detailed plan about fossil fuels, and that is the plan.
Is that shared by other candidates, or is this specific to Elizabeth Warren?
For the most part, other candidates are interested in banning fossil fuels or regulating fossil fuel production on public land, which is where the government has its most direct control. Warren would take it further as far as she can, although obviously she'll run into some problems should she try to extend a ban to privately owned land or state-owned lands.
So what other areas do the candidates sort of disagree most and then agree most?
Well, the candidates all agree on getting back into the Paris Climate Accord on day one, as they like to say. They all agree that we need some sort of a fee on carbon, although they're very reluctant to call it a tax. Where they diverge, I think, is generationally. Joe Biden is much more general in his approach to policies. He's much less willing to disrupt what is considered the lifestyle status quo of using fossil fuels and paying very little for them. So generally, things are kind of fanning out with Biden at one poll, most of the other candidates at the other poll, and moderates such as Senator Klobuchar of Minnesota in the middle.
Which one has the most traction?
Well, I mean, poll-wise, Biden has the most traction in general, but right on his heels is Senator Warren and Senator Sanders of Vermont, both of whom are far to his left on climate issues.
Did you ever think that the 2020 presidential election would be featuring climate change and what you do about it so prominently? No,
not at all. As a matter of fact, it's a top issue on among all Democrats who say that they're likely to vote, and we've never seen anything like that before. We never saw anything like we saw in the last election either, so surprise is getting harder to find.